Which is the most important day on Camino de Santiago?
The day you arrive in Santiago. The day you leave the stone in Cruz de Ferro. When you eat the best pincho in León.
Ha! That's our first podcast, you know that.
Yeah?
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
With a tea, eh? Mm-hmm. My Polish family wouldn't be happy with that, you know? This is the series about all the French Camino steps.
It's not only for Camino Francés. Every person who is starting Camino, Camino del Norte, Camino Francés, Via de la Plata, Portugués, they can follow this series because they will get valuable insight and tips.
Practical.
Practical.
Erica, what do you think? Which is the most important day on Camino de Santiago?
The day you arrive in Santiago. The day you leave the stone in Cruz de Ferro. When you eat the best pincho in León.
Today I'm gonna convince you, giving you 100 different reasons, that there is a day, the most important day on Camino de Santiago, first of all, and second thing, that you can actually prepare for that.
We are gonna talk about how to get to the starting point from wherever you are in the world. The main
Camino starting points.
The main starting points. Let's look at the footage of the first day when we were relaxing by the river, when we were by the bridge. Yeah. And then let's also look at the first night when we had the community dinner and when we had the chat with the Joseph, the hospitalero, in the albergue in SJPDP.
Okay, he gives few good advices of how to start the Camino de Santiago, no?
He saw many people starting.
And then on the end of the video, we're gonna have a exciting announcement. Exciting announcement. Should we?
But they have to wait until the end. Yeah.
I would wait for the exciting announcement. Let's do it?
Chocala. Let's do it.
Let's do it. You know, you're preparing for the Camino de Santiago for an entire year. Yeah.
Or 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. You see the videos while you.
It's like a wedding. It feels like it's a wedding. People prepare 2 years before.
Yeah, they book
stuff. The places.
You check your stuff. You check your suit. Like
you buy your suit.
You tell everyone you're going for Camino.
You try it on.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it seems like that, you know, but this happened meanwhile you're actually working or doing your day-to-day life. So busy, imagine busy, going from places to places. Then the day comes, maybe you're in New York, maybe you're in London, and then you fly to wherever you have to fly. You take a plane, bus, another bus, and maybe a taxi, because normally the starting points are in the middle of nowhere, and you arrive there.
And you start.
And you start. And the same pace that you came from wherever you were, from the metro in New York, you go the same pace inside of the Camino de Santiago, which is a totally different thing. Like the jet lag is still there, you came from far, there's a different time zone, and the next day you start. I don't do holidays like this. Normally when I go somewhere for holidays, I don't even travel from one place to another in one day.
No, because sometimes if you do journey like this, you have to take a holiday after the holiday because you end up being more tired than when you started.
So before we actually start the Camino, Erica, I think that we have to consider what is the best way to start. Do we start the Camino like this?
No, we usually take a couple of days in the starting point just to settle in. Sometimes we even took 3 days to settle in, calm the mind a little bit, no? Trying to forget where you are coming from the stress of the day-to-day life, from the job.
It's like synchronizing, no, to the different vibe, to the different atmosphere, not only the place, the time.
Disconnect from the daily life and connect more to the present moment of the Camino.
Because if that's not gonna happen, then for the first few days or even weeks, you're gonna carry with you all the burden from wherever you came from.
I think you do that anyway.
But you can do it more or less. Competitive you are. Okay, I acknowledge that point and then I skip to the next subject. But we come back to this throughout this video. Let's give the big thanks to our new YouTube members, Maricia, Eloise, and Demisia Cat.
But also to Lucy, who bought us a coffee on Buy Me Coffee. And Daniel, our new and first Patreon, because we never talk about Patreon.
We have a Patreon. So the members get lots of free content. The last 54 days of French Camino, you can prepare yourself fantastically, as well as the free guide, which is normally 5-6 euros. You get it for free, as well as virtual hugs, virtual love. So I would consider to be a member.
Yeah, just because I like you, no?
If no, I would simply consider to subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah.
And make this community grow. We already 11,000 people, which is just shocking.
So what is the best way to get to the starting point?
We're going to talk about 4 different starting points. French Camino from Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port and Sarria, Portuguese Camino from Porto and Tui, and Camino del Norte from Irún.
So I want to start from Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port.
Go for it.
Where do I fly to?
So you mainly, if you fly, you can fly either to Spain or to France. You can choose both ways. And then the closest airport to Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port is Pamplona, where you can get maybe from Madrid or maybe from Barcelona. And from there, what do you do when you're in Pamplona?
You take a bus, Alza, from Pamplona around midday to Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port.
1 bus a day.
1 bus a day. So if you miss that bus, either you wait for the next day or you take a taxi, 120 euros. If you go to France, where do you fly to?
You can fly to Paris, and from Paris you go to Biarritz, Bayonne, and from Biarritz, Bayonne, or from Biarritz or from Bayonne, you can take a plane, a train, or bus, or taxi.
I'm starting from Sarria.
Oh, 110 kilometers. So probably you're gonna fly to Santiago, and from Santiago you will take a bus, a Monbus, to Sarria, or you can take a train from Madrid, which takes you to the Sarria train station.
I'm starting from Porto, the Camino Portuguese. Where do I fly to?
You can fly directly to Porto, or you can fly to Santiago and
take a Flixbus down to Porto.
Or
from Lisbon, take a flight to Lisbon and take a train, a bus to Porto.
And if you're starting in Tui, 120 kilometers before Santiago, you can also take a bus from Santiago to Valença, Alsa company, and you're already on the Camino.
Also Flixbus goes to Tui.
Okay, happy days.
And if I'm doing Camino del Norte?
Camino del Norte starts in Irún. That means that you will have to get or to Bilbao or to San Sebastián and take a bus, also Alsa, to Irún. And there you go, and that's how you start.
Okay.
I think we have all the links of the main companies, as well as if you're looking for the flight, just in the descriptions below, yes?
We usually use Skyscanner, no? To check
different connections.
Different connection from wherever we are.
The best.
They are pretty good, yeah.
Happy
days. The link in description.
Okay, so once you get to the first place, what happened? For us, we started this year in Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port, no?
In Porto. We started in Porto, in Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port.
And Sarria, your family.
And Sarria.
So we know quite well.
Yeah.
But remember when we went to Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port, you remember how cool was that? We wanted to see video.
Yeah.
Let's see the video.
Yes.
We are just starting Camino French way. You recognize this? I like this. You recognize this bridge, guys? This is the famous Charlie Sheen Bridge. No, Martin Sheen.
I was looking at you. Who is this guy? Charlie Sheen.
So this is the famous bridge when everything starts. Martin Sheen movie starts here, and our journey starts here as well. And what do you think, Erika, about this place?
It's really nice, really cute, really fairy tale like.
Fairy tale.
It's fairy tale like.
Hold on, I will take you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do you know this place? Have you seen The Way with Michael Sheen? This is
Martin Sheen.
Michael Sheen. His name is Michael Sheen. I don't know what's his name, guys. Look at this. Wow. And we have and many people here actually, you know, many people. Just to let you know, look, the famous bridge. That's crazy. Look at this, guys. And many people also coming here. Anyway, I'm gonna go back because Erica's there waiting for me. Martin Sheen, yeah, it could be Martin Sheen. I'm not really sure. And the news from the last week are they're gonna be a second sequel of The Way with Martin Sheen next year. You like my Mona Lisa, eh? Hold on.
No, turn it around how it was before.
I will. Ah. So
what are the tips for today?
come for Camino de Santiago. Number 1 tip.
Book your place in Saint Jean.
This is actually, yeah. Today we got information that there's 360 or around 360 pilgrims arrived yesterday to Saint Jean. Yeah.
The day before were 500.
The day before,
it's not every day like this, but
so it's good to to have a place once you're in Saint Jean, because at least first night you're gonna have assured that you're gonna sleep somewhere nice. Yeah.
And that you're gonna sleep somewhere.
Somewhere. If not, you can always go to the firefighter's room. This is the extra pro tip. So they have a firefighters here, go there and they will allocate you somewhere. And I'm so excited because we're starting our Camino. Yes, sit straight.
No, careful not to fall. I don't care about sitting straight.
Guys, planning to do 55 days on French Camino, and you say, these guys are crazy.
They go slow.
Yes, we go slow because Caminotellers walk slow. So you finally get there, the starting point. And what do you do?
We usually take a couple of days to settle in. It's just a way to disconnect from what we are leaving behind and to prepare for what's to come.
Probably we'll check for the good places for coffee.
Yeah. Where to have coffee first thing in the morning.
Yeah, we will check it out. The problem, you know...
What time it opens? We always go around the bars. What time do you open? 6 o'clock. Okay.
Okay,
8, no.
We open the bar. But you know what's the problem? The problem is that, for example, if you go to a place and if you want to, and you go into like Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, if you go into albergue, you can only stay there for 1 day, and maybe even 8 o'clock they're gonna kick you out. That's the problem.
The first day, we always get the private albergue where they don't kick you out.
Yeah, because normally in albergues, you know, 8, okay, out. That's
even earlier.
That's the spirit, I understand, you know, but not if you want to stay for 3 days and you want to go with a backpack to every place, you know, on your jet lag. For me, what I would do, actually, I will do whatever I like to do, you know, just I would relax. I would find a place to play music. I would find a place to connect to nature, maybe talk to people, maybe talk to locals, you know. Sink into experience of Camino de Santiago doing nothing.
Well, doing nothing, you're doing something.
But you don't, I think...
You're playing music, you're...
But I think like not doing nothing, like not walking, not... Like people, I think people feel guilty when they don't do...
Yeah, when they are going for Camino, maybe, no, and they don't do anything on the first day, like...
But
I'm wasting my time.
I'm wasting my time, but you're gaining your time. By not doing anything, you actually do the opposite, no? And there's a good thing on the Camino that in many places that you start, you can find the pilgrim's blessing, no?
Yeah, you have the mass, and then you have the pilgrim blessings, and it's really nice.
But you don't have to be Christian to do that.
No, you don't have to be religious.
The priest actually said in Santiago, if you're not a Christian, just don't take the communion. Just be here, enjoy, but you don't take the communion because it's only the Christian thing. So they really open for that, no? And I think they're also getting your credential if you don't have it.
Yeah, the first stamp.
The first stamp in the pilgrim's office or any.
It was nice when we get to the pilgrim office in SJPDP, and they had a scale where everyone was weighing their bag to see if they overpacked. So that's also.
Mine was overpacked.
Mine too.
Anyways, how heavy will be our bag for Japan?
I don't know. We're gonna see in the following weeks.
So by the way, we go into Japan, no? We go into Japan. What are the preparations for Japan, Erika?
Yeah, we are buying a tent. We are gonna camp.
I'm learning a bit of Japanese.
We are gonna be dual pilgrims. Kumano, Kodo, and Camino de Santiago, the pilgrimage in Japan and the pilgrimage in Spain, are twin pilgrimages. So if you do one and the other, you get a big certificate that you are a dual pilgrim. Sushi for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for snacks.
Sake every day.
No, sake no.
Hey, karate every day. We are a generation of Bruce Lee, you know, like we generation of.
And I'm generation of Dragon Ball.
Chuck Norris. I rather like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was the guy.
But Chuck Norris is not Japanese.
But Chuck Norris was the student of Bruce Lee and student of many other bad guys.
Okay, that's not my generation anyway.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Chuck Norris. I like Chuck Norris.
Okay, you have also the red beard, the ginger beard like him.
What is this, Erika?
That's the journey within, a journal for Camino de Santiago.
From pilgrims to pilgrims. That's something that every pilgrim should have. And I will give you 5 reasons why.
First reason.
The first reason is because you have to integrate all the everyday lessons and write them down. And we know that writing things down is the best way to integrate things. 2, it's not really big. It's a pocket-sized thing, but it's 140 pages, so it's easy to carry. I don't know if it's a good reason, but it's the reason.
It is a good
Number 3, it not only has indications, but also has exercises. And if you're a visual person, number 4, it also have hand drawings inside, which can trigger any other different emotional aspects of you. And number 5, purchasing this Camino journal, you're helping us to create the free content for every pilgrim. And I think another of the reasons to stay in the place starting point for longer is to feel and to understand the Camino spirits.
One thing I cherish from the first day is when we stayed in this albergue, private albergue in San Jean. The hospitalero was really good at setting up the spirit for Camino.
Yeah.
Like we did by organizing community dinners, but also the activities prior to the community dinner when we introduced ourselves. We did some small activities, really set up the spirit, bonded us.
We were not strangers anymore. We were strangers converted into friends, and then...
And that doesn't happen in real life.
Big hugs to Joseph. Huh?
Yeah.
But I think this is the idea that maybe people don't understand, that Camino de Santiago, it's all about community. Although it's like a solitary trip, it can be the community that is created there, that can be around, not necessarily with you, but around, makes it so special. So eating with people, community dinner, first conversations with fellow pilgrims, and also with people who already walked the Camino, like hospitaleros.
Joseph and Flor.
Joseph and Flor, eh? Should we see?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, my name is Joseph.
Okay. And you are the owner of this albergue?
Well, I am the guardian.
Okay.
Also the owner, but for me it's more important to be the guardian of the space of this hostel, yes.
Okay. When did you start?
I started in 2014, so it means that it's my 10th season.
Okay.
This
and what brought you to be a guardian of an albergue? What brought you here to start it?
Yes, was like I was living here before. I was living in SJPDP, and I was looking pilgrims passing, but I was not concerned. It was like I say always like birds passing, you know. But I felt like a call.
Okay.
Like a call, and I felt like I have to welcome. So in a moment I see very clear that this welcome was with pilgrims, because pilgrims were passing in my village, and we started to find places, houses here, and there was a nice synchronicity because the friends of us were selling this house.
Okay.
And well, happened at the same time that they were selling and we were searching. So it happened like that, and was not only we bought it because there was really a transmission between these friends, hospitaleros, and us.
And when you decide to start these albergues, when you were seeing pilgrims passing by, did you already do the Camino de Santiago before that?
That's a good thing, because I did it some portions, but I was was not my the point of my start point. It's different. It's the opposite. Is that being
Hospitalero is your Camino.
I started my Camino being an hospitalero, and now I'm going more and more being pilgrim.
Okay, so first you started the albergues, and then you decided to...
I have walked a little bit, but really I discovered more and more my pilgrim in myself after meeting the pilgrims here. So it gave me more, and now every year I walk like a pilgrim.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is a nice memory that you have about all this year of being a hospitalero?
Okay. There is like a brotherhood that you can feel very often in the groups. Yes, this is for me is the essential.
And what is something that you learned?
To learn, yes.
Something that being hospitalero taught you.
Very important for me. One of the most important things is that at the beginning I was doing a lot of effort, and because I was thinking that all this thing was me doing myself, and you know that I had to do everything. And now what I'm learning is to ask help, to be open to receive help, and that pilgrims can participate more and more in the life of this house. And the life is also just do little tasks, help us with also thinking in the persons are going to come tomorrow, this kind of thing. The life, and so it helps me to be also to do it easier. Yes.
So you said many things about sharing, being helpful, respectful. Do you think this is what takes to be hospitalero, or would you say, what is it to be a hospitalero? What does it mean for you?
To be hospitalero it means like to take care. It's take care of the other. So it's something that comes from the heart. It's an opening, a heart opening. That's all.
Nice.
Yes. And after the actions are coming, okay, we are preparing the food, or we are helping, but that comes the point is the start point of this action is the heart, always the heart. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So time for the exciting announcement.
Yes! So we are understanding, through many years of we walk the Camino, we understanding the importance of Camino spirits. And importance to setting this Camino spirit, especially on the days prior to making your Camino. If you add to that the jet lag, or the fighting the jet lag, acclimatizing to the place, maybe food, maybe water, and just simply
Rest.
That's where our exciting announcement comes. Erica?
We are thinking of organizing a retreat, the journey within retreat. It's an extension of the journal, but will be in May.
In May and in September.
In September, if there is enough interest, and it will be in the countryside, in a rural house in the countryside.
Next to Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port. So once the retreat is over, you on the way to...
you can start walking.
You can start walking the Camino de Santiago. Yeah?
So if you're interested, just go down below in the description. There is a link. You can sign up your interest. Say whenever you are doing the Camino, if it's in May or September, and we'll let you know as soon as we have the details.
We have limited spaces.
We want to be like a family, so we cannot be too many.
Get the plane, train, bus, and then you stay with us for 3-4 days, and then you can, with a different vibe, without the jet lag, you can start the Camino. Day number 0 is the most important day on the Camino?
It may be. It may be.
Maybe, just maybe.
Maybe.
Why?
Among others.
Why?
Because it said the spirit of the whole Camino, of giving, not only taking, as we are used in our modern society, also giving back to people who are in need, to be open, no? To be grateful, even if you're doing the Camino on your own, you're not on your own.
I think for me it's important, you need a time to sink to something new and to something big, because the Camino is big, eh? So I don't know, Erica, if I managed to convince you of how important the day number 0 is.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocala.
Chocala. Ma perché me chiedi a me? Why are you asking me? You say. I'm all shaky.
So what is the best